Imagine that you need to do experiments with the humans. These experiments, as expected, have to be repeatable. However, if the experiments deal with the humans interacting with other humans or intelligent entities, they become a bit more complex to repeat. When we want to study the performance of a single human and its dynamics with other entities in a regulated environment, we need to control the behavior of the other intelligent entities. Agents give us the freedom to design their strategies and interactions with the studied human. On the other hand, humans have to be restricted in the set of available actions they can do, and moreover, be totally trackable. To achieve this, electronic institutions have proved to offer us full potential to establish interaction protocols and institutional ontologies, reducing the variables of the human to the limit. Also, several humans could conduct the same experiment from remote location through internet and without any human supervisor, since the electronic institution will perform this control. For all these reasons, we have developed Hiherei. The central element in the link between the human user and the electronic institution is the servlet, which is activated once the user, or the client side, using a web browser, establishes the connection with the server side. The I agent, acting as a servlet, receives the messages in XML format from the client application that is running locally. The XML messages are institutional messages. This information is associated with the institutional actions that the user wants to perform as illocutions and can have some influence in the electronic institution the user is participating in at that moment. At the same time, the client application receives XML messages from the servlet describing the changes that have been produced in the electronic institution, and these messages can be shown in the client application. A case study of the use of Hiherei is the Hiherei project. One of the main objectives of this project is to provide empirical guidelines for using and designing reputation technology. One of the experiments in the project relies on the dynamics of online auction markets under the effect of reputation information. These experiments require both a human interface to emulate an auction site and virtual agents to simulate other humans in the same auction site. On the top of the screen, we can see the specification of the electronic institution that controls the experiment, defined using Islander. On the lower part, we can see the configuration file of this particular experiment. Note that different experiments would need different configuration files. Each virtual agent's strategy can be independently specified in this configuration file. By clicking on the Start button in the controller interface, the electronic institution starts. This startup of the electronic institution in the central service can be done remotely. We can see on the monitoring tool of the Hiherei that only the staff agent is present. This agent already has all the information regarding the experiment. When a participant of the experiment logs in, all virtual agents that will be interacting with this participant are automatically created in the electronic institution. Also, the staff agent sends the information about the experiment to all the participants, both human and virtual. As you can see, this information arrives in a raw text and can be cumbersome and problematic for a human to understand. Hiherei provides a graphical web interface that represents this information in a pleasant and user-friendly way for humans, in this case, trying to imitate the look and feel of Marketplace or eBay. In this case, the participant has to bid for a TV in a competitive environment. The objective of the experiment is to observe the decision-making path of the participant and which information affects his decision. As in the real auction sites, the participant can check several information of the available products, like previous bids and pictures, and make a bid. Following the specification of the experiment designers, after each bid, a short questionnaire pops up. After this bid, we can observe how the electronic institution has received the message. Hiherei interprets the participant bid as the illocution that describes a bid in the context of the electronic institution. Then, virtual agents start bidding also for the available products, following the predefined strategies. We can see how the virtual agent Peter makes a bid of 104. The participant may bid again until the auction time expires. At that moment, the site notifies to the participant the result of the auction generated by the electronic institution. Following the experiment designer's specification, another questionnaire must be filled out. In summary, we have shown how Hiherei provides a good solution that allows users to easily and remotely interact with an electronic institution and virtual agents without any knowledge of the electronic institution underneath Hiherei. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, do not hesitate in contacting the Hiherei development team.